Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here. Gonna do a quick VCLT thanks video to a couple of awesome guys here in the VC, and I'm talking about the one and only Jeff Witcher over at the Vinyl Destination, as well as the one and only Mr. Billy Crayon, someone that I've known here in the VC for quite some time now. I'm not sure how many years it's going on, but Billy's been around for a long, long time. And yeah, they both sent me over a really cool piece that I want to kind of share and just give them a big thank you for thinking about me. And kind of at the very last second, I thought, let me just kind of do a recent finds video too, just kind of connect the two together and just show a few recent finds. So I just grabbed a handful of stuff over here that's come in like really over the past few months. I mean, there's some stuff I've had here for quite some time. But anyway, let's just kind of jump right into it. The first one here was a really cool piece from Jeff that he sent over, which is this right here, the best of David Gray, which is a really, really cool one because this was like a number of weeks ago, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. We were doing a live stream and the guy started kind of talking about David Gray. And it's an artist that I've heard one or two songs, by David, but really am not familiar with his catalog or really don't know him at all. And and I guess maybe I said something during that Jeff kind of picked up on, and he just sent over, hey, here's the best of, go check him out, which is really awesome because see, I've listened to one LP so far, but I haven't gone to the second one yet. So it's always cool to really have an opportunity to dive into a new artist that you're really not that familiar with. And Jeff, can't thank you enough for thinking about me and sending that over, man. So awesome addition to the collection, awesome more or less introduction for me to David Gray, and yeah, really, really cool stuff. So Jeff, thanks so much for thinking about me, man. Really appreciate you. And the second piece I wanted to send over, or that was sent over, I should say, was this right here from Mr. Billy Crayon. Maybe for those that don't know Billy, he's been around the VC for quite some time. He's been in the music business for I don't know how long. He's a big 80s dance music kind of guy. That's his flavor in all the stuff that he does. And so he's put out a number of his albums on CD. Over the past few years, he's put out a number of things on vinyl, or he's had his albums pressed. And so he's had another one come out here, which is his 12-inch single, Touch Me All Over. And I didn't even know this was coming in the mail. He just, sent it and it popped up on my front doorstep. He autographed it for me down there, which is really, really cool. So always cool to support, the local artists that we have here in the, locally in the VC. And yeah, he's one that's out there actually, putting himself on the line and putting his own work and his own creativity out there. So, definitely go check him out. If you want to, maybe check out this album or even some of his other stuff, crayonimusic.com, and you can see how Crayon is spelled right there. I can point to it. So crayonimusic.com. You can go check him out, and like I said, support one of our own. But a 2-song, 12-inch single right there, which is awesome. So thanks, Billy, for always thinking about me. It's like anytime you put something out, that you almost always send me, a copy just to, as a big thanks, and I want to support you, and I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, so 2 awesome pieces from 2 awesome guys, and what I thought I would do here is I just grabbed a random handful of stuff off the shelf here, and I'm just going to kind of show some of the stuff that I've gotten. And some of this stuff has been down there actually for a couple of months, so this has been anyway. So I did pick up some Record Store Day stuff. I just felt like so many people were making RSD videos. I didn't want to go make a what I got for Record Store Day, which is nothing wrong with it, but it just seems like at some point we're all kind of showing a lot of the same stuff at the same time. So I just figured as I grab it, RSD stuff pops up, I'll share it. And so when I reached in, I did pull up this Worlds Collide by Apocalyptica. This was probably the one piece that I was most excited about. I wasn't like crazy about anything this RSD period. But yeah, the Apocalyptica stuff I don't see come on vinyl quite that often, so that was a really cool one. Basically, it's kind of like it's these guys that play cellos, and they do a lot of different stuff. They cover a lot of different stuff, and it could be everything from stuff that seems more just straight classical. They've covered Sepultura stuff. They had one album, I think it's like Apocalyptica does Metallica, where like the 4 cellos do all these different Metallica songs, and of course it's like it's electrified, if you will, bass. or cellos. So really cool stuff. Always like when they put out new things, and that was a cool RSD when that came out. This one's been down there for quite some time, but the one and only Mr. Ray Charles. This is his release from 1957. Probably my favorite Ray Charles album as far as studio albums go. Just has so much great stuff on here, like Drown in My Tears, What a Fool for You, Hallelujah, I Love Her So, Mess Around, arguably my favorite song by him, Mary Ann, I Got a Woman. So many good things on this particular album. And this is the one that always makes me think about, was one of the ones that really started to throw Ray Charles into the stratosphere back in that time, but it's also one of the ones that caused a lot of issues as well, so to speak. Maybe not from the record label standpoint, but one of the big things back in that time period was that, especially in the black community, it was not accepted for you to sing in the church on Sunday and then go into the recording studio on Saturday. That mixing of secular music was just absolutely not accepted. And even back then, they weren't singing about like half of the nasty stuff they do today. Like they were talking about, I love my girl. I like holding her hand. I can't wait to see her. She makes me smile. It was nothing that was even like bizarre, right? But it was just like, no. You're in the church. You do not go and do that secular stuff. And so like a lot of these songs on here, in case people aren't familiar, a lot of those songs that I just named off, those were all originally gospel songs. And not only was Ray Charles, just going out and doing secular music, but he like literally was taking note for note, let's say riff for riff, gospel songs, and just changing the words into, I Got a Woman and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, there were a lot of people that just was like the devil kind of thing. But I don't know. There's so many songs on that album like that. It always makes me think about that when I listen to that song, because there's a lot of gospel songs on there that I'm very familiar with. So I think about it when that album pops up. But anyway, moving right along. I guess another RSD that I did grab this time, the Duncan Sheik. I got made fun of a lot at the shop for grabbing this, but just one of those 90s albums that I always liked. And of course it had the big hit, Barely Breathing on there from 1996. So it's always good to see that 90s stuff being pressed on vinyl. And this one I got a few weeks ago as well, but John Coltrane, Giant Steps, nice analog production pressing of that. One of Coltrane's absolute classics. So that's a great find. And Stevie Nicks, Street Angel, another fantastic one here. And actually I'll just kind of show both of these two. Then you have Shangri-La as well. So two of the later Stevie Nicks albums that, got reissued on vinyl. And again, this was like a couple months ago, I think. So these have been out for a while. But, maybe overall not her more popular stuff. Obviously her bigger hits and her, rise to stardom as a solo artist really kind of came with her early 80s stuff. But yeah, definitely some great stuff on here, including one of my favorite songs by her, which is Sorcerer off of this one here. So always great to get some more Stevie Nicks on vinyl, especially stuff that hadn't been around for quite some time. And last but not least, again, another one I picked up a number of weeks ago, Days of the New. And this is the Green album. This is from 1999. I did listen to this album back in the day, but nowhere near as much as their debut. Their debut is the one that I really just kind of, just listened to the end of time. But yeah, this is definitely a good one. Has, a couple great songs on there, but the album as a whole, I don't remember it from front to back. So it's actually going to be nice to go back through and just kind of revisit it. But yeah, Days of the New, really, really awesome band. Just another one of those kind of grunge, popish, I shouldn't say popish, but I guess they kind of fit into the grunge category back in the day. And yeah, so another cool one to have in the collection there. So anyway, there you go, VC. Again, Billy, Jeff, thank you guys so much. As always, let me know what you guys think, and we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys.